We are we were 30 seconds over the 400 minutes now.
Yeah, he's allowed for that couple of changes you made, isn't he?
Ref looks at his watch. He's not blown just yet. Throw in taken. Well won in the air by McLean. Bickerstaff touches it on and then chases his own touch, and Fletcher hits it from 35 yards just over the bar. Keepers are no heap in the back of the net, and there, what an appropriate way to end it. The final whistle. Wrexham win 2-0, and well, you've got to say that's the least we should have won by the end. Big second half performance. A game massively affected by the wind, and Newport switched us around, played with the wind in the first half and took advantage of that, and maybe you would say had the better moments. Okonkwo made 2 fine saves to deny first Evans and then Palmer-Olsen, but the second half Wrexham were well on top. Finally got the breakthrough when James Jones scored after the scramble in the goal mouth. Lee then headed in a toes throw. Newport didn't defend the set piece as well, and to be honest, Wrexham could and maybe should have scored a few more in the second half, but who cares? The fact of the matter is Wrexham win, and that's a big win.
Yeah, it was one of those games I was unsure about whether we'd get the win or not, but I'll take 2-0 today, anytime. And as you say, Okonkwo had a really good first half, 2 really good saves, but to be fair, in the second half it was all Wrexham.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we stamped our authority on it. It was a proper derby. Newport fought like hell. There was all sorts of sort of challenges going in. The referee was allowing a lot, whereas the fans now are going to applaud the cop. The players are the first time Wrexham players been able to have for 25 years clapped the cop, and those fans in that new open stand, well, both the goals came at that end. It'd be a little treat for them. But it was a good performance by Wrexham. I thought that we dug in with the wind against us in the first half, and although we've got better chances, it was a fairly even half, and then the second half Wrexham really took control of it.
I've got to say, credit to Newport for most of the game. They were matching us for a good portion of the game, but our class just oozed past them in the end, and the wind did definitely play a huge part in the game. But wow, that crowd today was definitely the 12th man and definitely pushes over the line.
Biggest crowd since that Boston match in 2007, and so Wrexham will be delighted with that as well. But Neil, I mean, there were a lot of good performances, I thought, across the team.
Yeah, very scrappy first half, lots of balls going astray, and Newport could and should have taken the lead, apart from Okonkwo's great saves. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Went in half time, 0-0. Obviously Parkinson must have had a word with them, came out a much better team. Their passing was slicker, put so much pressure on Newport, and scored the 2 goals. But some great performances there in the second half. For me, Lee was a class above everybody else.
Yeah, I would go for Lee as well, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I was going to say Lee or McLean, one of the two.
I think we can agree on Lee, but let's look at some of the other performances as well. I mean, like I said, I thought McLean was excellent down the left, just driving play forwards all the time. I thought that Okonkwo was terrific in goal, of course, and those saves which are crucial.
Yeah.
I thought all 3 of the centre-backs had very good games. Like you said, Neil Cleworth coming in because of an injury pre-match to O'Connell was excellent. Tozer, the number of interceptions he made, and O'Connor handled Bogle well in the second half as Cleworth did in the first. He switched them over. And then in midfield, I thought Cannon was excellent the way he was driving play forwards as well. James Jones got the goal, and typically hard working. There were a lot of good performances. Mendy was really good.
Definitely.
There were a lot of performances that you would put at the sort of 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
But Lee, with his industry, his creativity, with everything he's got, and the goal too, with his head. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That was great, that.
Oh, over the moon with that. What a way to kick off a
Happy Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Happy Thrashmas. Didn't end up as a thrashing in the end, but that I predicted. But
clean sheet
for Arthur too. Absolutely. Fantastic stuff from Wrexham. And then the fancy stuff at the end of Fletcher trying to score from 40 yards to the last kick of the game. You got to love it.
That's just what you want to see, isn't it? It's just pure entertainment when he's on the pitch.
I'm sure Mullen will be kicking himself. He hasn't scored now in a couple of games now, and he was our main goal scorer last year. But don't be hard on yourself, Mullen, because you're a class player.
Well, he was so unlucky with that snapshot right down the game. A wonderful save by Townsend, amazing stop. Looking at the stats as well, it's interesting that Newport had 43% of possession. mostly in the first half, I would suggest.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was Mullen hit a wonderful curling snapshot. How the hell the keeper saw it, never mind saved it, I don't know, because Mullen nailed it, so unlucky for him. But great result for Wrexham. Momentum continues as we go on to the traditionally massive Christmas periods. So happy Christmas to all of you guys from us. It's always a pleasure, and it has been all year, to commentate to you. We have commentary from Swindon, but with the final score of Wrexham 2, Newport 19-0. We've been Mark Griffiths, Andy Parkinson, Chay and Neil Williams from Wrexham AFC.